The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Here we go. One. Watch safety green. One. Kill.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards in the first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
47's the mic. Bravo!
From the gun, Mariota. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. That'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Take it.
Throwing is Mariota. And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Try to punch it in with Henry. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll give Henry another shot. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. It might not do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets him 6 points.
And at contract time, you want to show touchdowns scored way more than you want to show yards per carry.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
6 guys, check 6 guys. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, orbit. Deep Griffin.
Operating from the gun, Hoffman. Room here to run. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Mike 7, watch the run.
First down, Mariota. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead.
A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Titans.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point up and through, and that makes the score 14-7. Joseph now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but
through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 89 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Mariota on first down. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
57's to Mike. 57's to Mike. Record.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, high 7. You got time right there.
2nd and 11. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A first down carry for Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. One. Hatchet. 3.
Derrick Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. 10 carry down for Derrick Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go, D. One. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota escaping the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Delta. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
To throw Mariota. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken short.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Alpha.
Working out of the gun, Mariota eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
On
first and 10. Hoffman looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Owens. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Watch his left, watch his left. Go. Check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Let's go one more. Ready?
On first down, Hoffman. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
General West.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hoffman, he's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Saints 27, Titans 17. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Switch.
Mariota. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Mariota now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
He's coming. One.
Throwing, Mariota towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run it again with Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Hoffman. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Right back to him on first down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. From the 38, Mariota towards the end zone for Brown. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
On the ground, Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, echo.
Off the play fake. Hoffman, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Got an open man, it's Burnett. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
Check, 47.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Flush to his right. 20! And this one complete to Burnett. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go, Jackrabbit, come on. Go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to a field goal. Joseph now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 15. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
She's scared. Big dad. Come, 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, team 6. 27, Mike 27. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I hope you brought your left hand.
Off play action. Hoffman. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
One.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Who do you want? Who do you go? 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Switch. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Hey, keep it. Hey. One.
Mariota to throw it. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tight yard, tight yard, tight yard. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 25.
Yep.
Check 25.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's second and 8.
Check three, check three, check three.
Coaching spell. On the ball. Defense.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Mariota. Going right side here, and that's complete. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Henry running right. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
First and 10.
Switch. Check 43.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
One. Mike 47. All day, every day, any day. Mike's 47. Why? Who? He's heavy on the edges. One.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Third down.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
Where you at? Where you at?
Mariota now from the 50. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
The 23-yard line.
Set up. 18 Gator.
Pick up the ball. Back.
Hard.
Slam.
Now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
91.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Coming after you. 47's the mic.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Flushed out right. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Titans 31, Saints 27. Greg Joseph set to kick off.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. He's back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
59, mark. Check, 59. Get this worm on. Mark 59.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Hoffman eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Well, that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Titans, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.